This video is going to be a general guide on how to update the firmware of your Sony camera. It is especially motivated by the new 5.0 update to the A7IV, but it's actually going to work for most of the cameras as the procedure is similar, and I want to tell you why you should do it and how to do it. I usually thought the firmware updates were more about stability and things you can't really notice in the day-to-day, but Sony actually adds features into their cameras through these. So if you're not on the 5.0 yet, or if you haven't ever updated the firmware of your camera, take a look at this. Now, before anything, you need to check what's your current firmware version. To do that, just go to the menu, and into the last menu, the setup, you can go to setup option, version, and check the body firmware. Now, each camera is currently on a different firmware version, but you can go to Sony's website and check what's the most updated one for your specific model. In the case of the A7IV, currently is the 5.0. And if you update to it, not only you get a more stable camera, but you're gonna get access to the monitoring control app, to file transfers while shooting, the Wi-Fi signal strength indicator, and much more. So let's do it together. Now, before anything, you need to be sure that you have a fully charged battery. You can format an SD card and preferably do it within the camera. And from Sony's website, you're gonna find your model, you're gonna see what's the latest firmware, and download a file called bodydata.dat. Make sure to place this file in the root directory of your SD card, and just that, nothing else. It just needs to be super easy to find for your camera. Now, there might be some slight variations in the menu position where you're gonna find these options, but generally you're gonna go to the same place I indicated before, which is the setup option menu, and the body version. Now you're gonna have the execute firmware update button. If you put the SD card in your slot 1 position, the camera should be able to see it and the firmware update is going to start. You're gonna see the screen go black and it's gonna start blinking for some minutes before it's over. It is going to restart automatically, and now you can go back to the same menu to check if the firmware version is correct. Bear in mind that if you're really late with the firmware updates and you didn't even have the 1.05 version, you need to update to it so that you can then update to the latest version, in the case of the A7IV. If it says that the file was not found, just be sure that it's in the root part of the SD card and that you didn't rename it or save it twice so that it includes now a parenthesis 1 or something like that. If the battery level is too low, charge it and then try again later. And if you think the camera is stuck, just wait a little bit more. The procedure can take 5 or 6 minutes roughly. So unless it's 10 already and the screen is still black, just wait a bit more. If everything else fails, you can try to grab another SD card and try again. Now, what is so interesting about firmware 5.0 for the A7IV? First of all, you can write a digital signature for image authentication. There's a fix for a bug between video and audio sample rate. You're adding focus bracketing support. The auto magnifier and the focus magnifier are now available with bright monitoring. From before already, you got the monitoring control app support. You can transfer photos and videos without having to stop shooting, and you have the Wi-Fi signal strength display. In short, Sony just made this camera even better with the same hardware. If you have any questions, just write them in the comment section below so we can all help each other out. And if you're interested in more Sony content, you can watch this video over here. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you over there. Ciao!